Welcome to the Christian and Daniel Show.
It's about to get real, well, you know the deal. You won't have to guess how either of them feel. Bringing up the things you don't think to know. Never knowing where the conversation will go. Just a little more than anything goes. It's a Christian and Daniel Show.
Everyone, my name's Christian. And this guy...
Daniel. Are we on delay?
Huh?
Are we on delay somehow? Oh, I know what it is. Let me take this off because it happened last time.
I love you both have different rainbow backgrounds.
I just can't have nice things like other people. That's all it is.
No, you can't.
Why am I not allowed? Like everybody else can have like cute
And you
background.
couldn't have that background?
No, because when I put the background, it does the delay thing and
Oh,
my glitches. I should have plugged my my
you didn't plug into the Ethernet.
my Ethernet.
Hi, Charlie. First person again, as usual.
First person.
Yay.
First person to be on the show. Hi, Charlie. I don't know where that voice is coming from, but it's
Which do you think is more gay pride? This rainbow background or Mean Girls background?
for you, Mean Girls.
Yeah, because I was kind of like, I could change that.
I really don't think you need the rainbow anymore.
There we go. And you see, now I look like one of them.
You are one of them. You are a mean girl.
Well, yeah, I've always been a mean girl.
You are a mean girl. I'm pink. On Wednesdays we wear pink.
Yeah, I should have worn pink. Well, there is pink in my shirt.
Technically, yes.
Technically,
Everybody,
I'm
welcome.
pink, and now I'm part of the Mean Girls group.
We want to welcome everybody who's watching us on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. Thank you for joining us. If you don't mind sharing this on your page so that other folks can watch along with you. If you're watching us on YouTube, just scroll down, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. It'll let you know every time there's a new show on our YouTube page. Remember, we got horoscopes on Monday, Christian and Daniel on Wednesdays, Zodiacs on Fridays, and Put It Together live stream on Saturdays. And unfortunately, this week, we will not have Zodiacs or Put It Together because I will be in Dallas working again. I'll be doing I'm back on the tour with Copita Alianza, which is the football tournament sponsored by Ford. So I'll be with them. And
he means European football.
yes, soccer.
Or should we say the rest of the world football?
Soccer. And a shout out to the folks at RMD, who I'm working with for the summer. Actually, through the fall, too. I'll be there till... my next trips are Dallas, Houston, Chicago, New York, Los Angeles, San Juan, El Paso. And then
You are
Phoenix,
going to Puerto Rico.
and then Phoenix for the end. Huh?
So you are going to Puerto Rico.
No, not San Juan, Puerto Rico. San Jose. Sorry, San Jose.
Oh, yeah, San Jose. I was like, there is no San Juan mainland.
There's a big difference between San Jose and San Juan. No, I will be up, which actually Maddie is visiting us in a couple of weeks, and I will be up there. So I'm going to see if I can crash on her couch for a couple of nights.
Oh, yeah. Like, they have a nice place. So they have, like, this beautiful little bedroom for us because they're, well, oh, that's right. Yeah, because Darius doesn't live there anymore. So it's a guest room. The other room is in Nara's room still. And she had a special bed with, this is actually Mean Girls.
Charlie, card revoked.
Can you see? Lindsay Lohan. But I'm Lindsay Lohan today.
You are the new Lindsay.
I even have my red hair.
Well, she's not on maternity leave. You're the new Lindsay.
I'm the new Lindsay. Yeah, she's having a baby. So heteronormative. Not at all celebrating her pansexuality.
Why is that so funny in my head? It is.
I just love her hairs coming out of the back of my head. I literally cover her face perfectly.
If anybody can give us, today's the day that you can give us all your favorite Mean Girl quotes. So Throw them out there, folks. Throw them out
I
there.
know, right?
So for anybody who's watching, if you're a Mean Girls fan, what's your favorite? I should have. If I knew you were gonna do that, I would have worn the hat.
Yeah. Shut up.
Stop trying to make fetch a thing.
No, shut up.
We saw the play in New York,
Yes. It was actually so cute. They did such
and
a
I
good job.
have the cap that I bought.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right.
It's
And a
fetch.
t-shirt. And it's I just love that. Daniel, that is so fetch.
Stop trying to make fetch a thing.
Gretchen, it's not going to happen.
But anyway, welcome everybody to our show. Today is actually Flag Day, so happy Flag Day.
Yay.
I did not pull any. I didn't pull any.
What does Flag Day even mean?
Yeah, I didn't pull out any like special.
It feels like we should call it Susan B. Anthony Day.
Here's a little thing. In the United States, Flag Day is celebrated on June 14th. It commemorates the adoption of the flag of the United States on June 14th, 1777, by resolution of the Second Continental Congress. So there you go.
Yeah. See, it should be Susan B. Anthony Day.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, Chris.
How's it going? And I don't want to get. I'm not going to do it, but today would have been my mom's birthday. So,
yeah, I saw Nancy made put a nice post up. So
National Cheese Day.
I love cheese. That's why I'm so cheesy.
Did you celebrate it? Ah, see what I did there.
That was like a Fonzie Bear joke. Which anyone that's too young will have no idea what I just said.
What did you bring it for birthday present? Ah!
Yes, happy birthday, Mom.
She would have been 90. See, 20, 21, 22, 23. She would have been 95 today.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Right, she was a few years younger than my mom.
Yep. Yeah. So, here's your mom.
Wow.
Okay, so I couldn't put the colors behind me because it causes weird things, but I do have a rainbow wallet.
Ooh.
Is it red
Now
on top?
that's fetch.
Red on top or red on the bottom? Red on the bottom, right?
Mm-hmm.
Purple on top.
Roy G. Biv.
I do have a rainbow wallet that I carry everywhere. So,
Just in case.
What else is happening today? It's Flag Day. It's also
Yes, I love extra sharp cheddar cheese too. But I do. If you're gonna go classy, like snazzy, a good thing of brie, particularly baked brie.
In Mexico, we used to do that.
That pushes every button.
We used to do the queso cotija in Mexico, and you just slice it and just munch on it. My favorite cheese is nacho cheese.
It's not Cho's, it's mine.
Give me a good slice of Velveeta.
I thought that was your aunt. Aunt
I
Velveeta.
don't know. I think I'm just tired. It's been like one of those days that I'm
drunk.
after meeting, and my head is just like crumbly. Like I'm just like I'm waiting for 7 o'clock so I can just like I don't even have tortillas for tacos either. So, but I was in Denver this weekend for work, and the restaurant we were eating at, there was a girl that walked in. I think I told you this about. She walked in. She had these gummy. The hot gummies with the chamoy and the chile.
Oh.
So on the other hand, she had this black stuff, and I thought because it was candy, it was tamarindo, it was the tamarind candy. And then my friends are like, "No, it's dry meat. It's carne seca." And I was like, "Carne seca." I'm like, "I want that."
Oh my gosh.
So I bought a bag of carne seca from Denver, and I made it yesterday, the day before for breakfast with egg. Oh, It's chipotle? No, habanero. It's habanero meat. It is so good.
It
So
sounds good. It's because it's the dry version, right?
yeah, it's the actual machaca that
Yeah, I like machaca. I don't like the saucy one that we kind of have out here.
um speaking of food, we've talked about cakes before. We talk about cakes here a lot for some reason. Today is strawberry shortcake day.
I love strawberry shortcake.
Which I'm going to hold on. I'm going to look it up because I'm going to make sure that I give out the right name. We recently discovered a new ice cream place.
Llewellyn's.
Is that what it's called?
Hmm.
That has
Vegan,
ice cream.
which doesn't sound delicious just hearing vegan ice cream.
Pero
Pero
the first one that I ordered was the churro fudge
yeah,
ice cream.
yep.
Oh, here it is. And oh my God.
Their regular ice cream is really good, but I think they're vegan. I actually think they're tastier.
Oh mi Dios. It is freaking delicious. So I ordered that one first, and then I ordered the strawberry shortcake one.
Strawberry shortcake, yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh. And then I ordered Earl Grey tea the first time, which was incredible. And then the second time I ordered pistachio.
So I'm gonna give y'all.
And then the third time, which was on me, I ordered both vegan, a vegan pina colada and a vegan strawberry shortcake again, because I was trying to match it to a banana cake.
So this is their website. Let me show you their website. But they're on DoorDash. So if you're in the LA area, they're on
You order them
DoorDash.
on DoorDash.
So here's their website.
Yeah,
we don't,
Ben
but we're not sponsored by them. We don't work for them,
but they're just really good.
but they're really good. Go check them out. They've got flavors. Let me give you the flavors.
They have so many great flavors.
They got malted cookie dough shake.
I want to try that one. I love malted anything.
They've got peanut butter brownie honeycomb.
Oof. Ooh. And it has actual chunks of honeycomb in it.
Lemon poppy seed muffin. What? Chocolate caramel cheesecake. Black cherry chip, which is out of stock right now. Tells you how good that one is. Brown sugar chunk with cookie dough, brownies, and walnuts.
I mean, come on. These are like pew, pew, pew.
Yeah, they've got a ton of flavors. And then
they have seasonal flavors too that are only around for a few months.
Yeah, and then they have like the traditional vanilla bean one. Well, this sounds good. Praline butter cake.
Yeah, I mean, come on. And it actually has it has pralines and chunks of butter cake in it.
And then they have 7 vegan flavors. Let me tell you, they have the strawberry shortcake, the chopped chip cookie dough, peanut butter brownie honeycomb. Oh, I didn't know that wasn't vegan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cookies and cream caramel swirl.
Like they don't eating vegan they're not punishing you for being a vegan at this place.
The churros and fudge, which I've had,
which doesn't exist in regular ice cream. It's only in vegan.
So good. Brown sugar chunk and
Ooh.
chocolate cookie dough honeycomb. Oh, they got 2 honeycomb ones.
Mm-hmm.
I have to give those a try. These 7 flavors are vegan, and let me just tell you, they do not disappoint.
You do not know you're eating vegan. Like if you didn't tell your kids or anyone, they would never know they're eating vegan. They are that good. Try them out.
They're on DoorDash. Go check them out.
Mm-hmm. And they might be a national company. It doesn't mean they're only here.
Yeah,
it's worth exploring.
Another thing that I want to talk about, because we've used these guys a couple of times. Again, we're not sponsored by them. We do not work for them. We just like their service. These guys, Repair Smith.
Oh yeah, RepairSmith.com.
Check them out. If they've come to my garage to fix Betsy twice now. What was the first thing they fixed?
The first thing they fixed was, the first thing Betsy ever had done by them was just changing all the spark plugs and changing all the what do they call ignition coils. because new cars don't have distributor caps; they have ignition coils. Which, when I priced out just the ignition coils and the spark plugs, that was over $500 alone just for parts. And then everywhere I called wanted $500 to install them. When I called this place, RepairSmith, they wanted $523, period, for everything, including parts and labor. So hell yeah, heck yeah, I went with it. And they did a fantastic job. And then the guy today, we changed the, keep wanting to say head gasket. We changed the overhead valve gasket. And they do a full check of your car when they do all this. So they'll do your repair, then they'll check everything out, and they'll tell you if fluids are low or something's low or something you need to pay attention to. And they give you a nice list of things to watch out or to like eventually get fixed. If it's super urgent, they will tell you need to really, like this gasket, we had to get it. Like he's like, you really have to get it done, because if it wears out on the inside, it'll let oil into the spark plug where spark plugs are, and that'll kill your spark plugs, and it will cause a major misfire, and you'll have to pay another $500 to get everything fixed.
Let me tell you, they're good within their times. They give you a 2-hour window. They're good about that. They're very friendly. They're neat. They're professional. They put up with my stupid car jokes that I don't know anything about. And they were really, again, if you are needing car services and you don't want to leave your house and you want good, reasonable prices, check these guys out. They're really good. I recommend them. We've used them twice, and so and then the rest.
We've used them 3 times. I used them 3 times because I had them come out. My car doesn't even go 1,000 miles in a year at this point. My car does not get driven much. I drive it around town just to get a few miles on it to keep the engine healthy. But I had my oil. They changed my oil right in the driveway. They have this big inflatable mat that they drive your car onto, so there's no oil will get on the driveway. So they take and no oil goes into the grass or anything. It's really cool. Like if you don't have a garage like Daniel has for him to work in, they will put this thing out and it just keeps all the fluids all contained, safe and sound. They are really professionals. And they are masters at working in your driveway, or they'll come to your workplace and they'll do the work as long as there's enough space. They'll do the work where your car's parked.
Yeah,
and
using my space, it's not that big where my car's parked, and they're there.
And they do it.
If you ever need, give them a call. They're good.
Yeah, and they are a nationwide company. I don't know if they're in every market, but I know they exist. They are considered a nationwide company.
I was so surprised that the guy today, I was like, would you like some water, some coffee? And he's like, oh, you have coffee? I'm like, yeah. Like, luckily, I had like little to-go cups that I steal from the hotels.
Yeah. He's like, this looks like a Hilton cup.
There you go, sure. But anyway,
I'm so prepared.
Today is also monkeying around day. Don't monkey around.
Or actually, it's probably promoting it. Monkey around.
Yes, monkey around day. So it's a day to be a little silly. What's the silliest thing that you have done or do when you have free time?
With the little free time I have, let's see. What have I done that's kind of cuckoo bird? I don't do a lot of crazy stuff. I'm a homebody. I love being home when I work from home. So it's like, I really don't have to leave the house too often. Let's see. I love having my iPad on our little guest chair, playing a movie or show, something that I like. And I put it on where it just keeps playing the next episode. And then I play my Star Trek Online game.
You do.
Or I play any of my video games on my PS4, and I play them while the shows are going. That is my nirvana, and that is super nerd. That's
Christian will play his Star Trek game while he's watching Star Trek.
Yeah. I'll have like something I've watched, like Star Trek Discovery, all their seasons playing, and I'll just keep playing the next episode while I'm playing my game. It's pretty fun.
I don't know that. Well, I guess not the silliest thing I ever done, but it's something that I only do at Christian's house, which is because Christian's, I don't have a front yard or anything. So at Christian's house, I do like to run up to the front door and yell, "Good morning, world!" And
yes, one of those little.
I do. I realize that I do. I like to do my little, and I only do it at your place because you have the hardwood floors. But I like to do little crazy dances to shake off my energy.
Yeah, and the floor is slippery, so you
You
get all the movement, the smooth, cool movement.
dance. But yeah, I mean, only certain times that people heard me yell, "Good morning, world," and somebody will wave or.
Oh yeah, it's kind of crazy size when people respond.
Call 911.
They're like, there is a crazy man standing out front of someone's house. And yes, Charlie, Albertsons, Albertsons and here in LA, Ralph's, which is Kroger anywhere else, any other state. They do. Stores are starting to carry some pretty amazing ice cream flavors. They're getting more unique and diverse.
Yeah, I don't think you can go to grocery stores now and not find real unique kind of.
Oh yeah, and vegan and vegetarian,
Like, I don't
or non-dairy.
Like I go to the Ralph's by your house quite often, and
They have
I come
so
home with
much.
I come home with some pretty unique things.
Oh yeah.
Trying to think some of the more unique things that we've tried lately. The little dumplings were good that we tried.
Yeah.
Um,
I haven't tried the empanadas. Have you cooked those up yet?
no, I was gonna make. I was gonna open. I opened the
That's
salad
amazing.
for lunch. I opened the salad for lunch and had some salad, and I think I'm gonna do that with some empanadas.
Oh, I love those pre-made salads you can get at the store. Like the kits. Those are so good. What's that one we most usually tried, the dill one? The dill?
Oh yeah,
It
Yeah.
was so good. We ate that up like that was gone that night. And then another, always a favorite is the Caesar. And then we've tried. There's one that it's hickory. It's some type of sweet bacon. It has like a sweet bacon dressing that's super sweet, but it has bacon in it. So, oh my God. So you get the salty and sweet. That salad's incredible too. I don't think there's anyone we tried. There's the Asian salad that we tried with the sesame dressing, which was incredible. And we tried another Asian one that had ginger dressing. I mean, I don't think any of them are bad. I think we've tried them all just about too.
no. Yeah, I'm hungry now. I've been hungry all day. Actually, I've been a little bit behind on my eating. Which now talking about strawberry shortcake, I'm like, ooh, that sounds really good.
Well, strawberry shortcake, it's very delicious.
Very delicious. Aw,
It's strawberry. That's what the strawberry shortcake commercial used to be. She used
you
to
made a punny.
"It's strawberry shortcake cereal," and she'd go, "It's very delicious."
Also, celebrating today is something that is not my favorite thing to do. It's National Bath Day.
National what?
Bath.
Oh, bath. BATH.
Yes.
Ugh. When I was really sick, that was the only thing that would keep me from throwing up. So I took out so many baths that I freaking hate the idea of taking a bath. I have such a negative association with it. I hate it. I don't want to get in I don't mind a hot tub. I don't mind a jacuzzi, but I am not going to get into a bathtub in a bathroom.
I think of jacuzzis as
Gross.
people soup.
Huh?
I think of jacuzzis as like people soup.
What that is.
You're just boiling in there.
Well,
But
I know that story that they did on the news about this like morbidly obese man who would go to the health club and sit in the jacuzzi and let the jacuzzi jets clean the areas he couldn't reach. You hear disgusting stories like that, and you're like, I'm never going in a public anything. It'd have to be at my house, my hot tub.
Sure. I do not. I'll be honest. When I was younger and I was a drinker and I just sit by the jacuzzi, sit in the jacuzzi with the cocktail, and go, this is so.
I'm so special. I'm so continental.
I feel so pretty. And then I stopped drinking, and okay, so maybe that's what it is. I stopped drinking, and
You're
a
so
lot of the things, a lot of the things that were so like, oh, look at me, I'm so bougie. And when I stopped drinking, I was like, I don't want to do that anymore.
It's like when I sobered up and stopped my drugging and went to a circuit party at a warehouse in San Francisco that I'd gone to many times before. It was an underwear party, so you have to take your clothes off and go in your underwear. And I went in there and ew. Like I go in there, I remember going in there and it's like everything was amazing. The lights were amazing. It wasn't 300 degrees. And no, not everyone's sweat was all over me because we all were packed in there so tight. We were all sweating and rubbing each other. And the ceiling wasn't sweating with our sweat. It wasn't raining on us, other people's sweat. It wasn't disgusting at all. It was like, oh my God, I'm in Valhalla. This is heaven. Sober, it's a totally different thing. It smelled bad. It felt bad. It was disgusting. Having other people's sweat hitting you in your face and mouth. I'll tell you, going to that party sober really sobered me up. It was such a heavy dose of reality. And I'm standing around barefoot on all this nastiness in my underwear. Are you out of your mind? I left there. I think I walked in 10 minutes. I was like walking right back, fought my way out. I'm like, I am done. There's nothing sexy, hot, or desirable about this.
It's like when I mentioned, have I talked about it? I think I did talk about it. But going to New Orleans recently for the conference.
Oh,
and going out in New Orleans.
Oh,
no, being at the bars sober. And so there was a particular bar in New Orleans that had I think I talked about it, that had a back room, and everybody knows what goes on in the back rooms, especially when they don't let women in the back room. Yo no sé.
Yo no sé. I don't know what you're talking
about. I don't know what I was doing.
Back room? I thought that's where the bathrooms were.
I thought I was inflating some big animals. Balloon animals.
Oh, happy Pride, everyone. Happy Pride. Understand what we're talking about. We're not criticizing anyone if you go to circuit parties, if you go to back rooms or do whatever you want.
You like inflating.
That is the point of being gay and proud, being alternative and proud.
You like balloon animals in dark rooms in the back of bars. By all means.
Do it. And blow up as many animals as you want.
I mean, I was a balloon. I did balloon animals at one point in my time, but.
Or were you the balloon
Oh,
animal?
perfect timing there.
Oh, very perfect. I lived in Europe during the early 90s, so I got a lot of dark backroom action, and I know all of that stuff.
I feel like every time we get into these kind of conversations, we summon
Emery. He just appears. Poof.
Oh, Emery.
But yeah, the 80s, baby. That's right.
What I was going to say is, we were sitting at a table by the door that went into the dark room.
Hi, Nancy.
And people were coming out, and because I was sober, like I could tell, like
yeah.
Oh, somebody took medicine while they were in the dark room. Somebody had some medication. Hi, Nancy.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there's a picture of my mommy.
Mm-hmm.
And but yeah, people would come out. I'm like, oh, somebody's been.
Well, inflating animals and apparently ingesting some interesting substances. That's honest. That's true. And you always have to make sure you wear shoes.
Yes,
There are people who would be barefoot in Europe.
I can't understand why people would wear flip flops.
I'm sorry. Been there, done that. I'll never do that.
But you know what? It's all true. Like Now I'm being all escándalo.
I know.
No.
You're so pure now. Daniel, I'm revirginated. I don't take part in any behaviors that are deviant from being a good, moral young man.
I only go to the bars now to save the souls of those sinners.
Yeah, I go in the dark rooms to chat with people and to share the faith. Not just my faith, not the
You're like,
religious faith.
excuse me. Have you found Jesus?
I know. And they're like, yeah, I think I just did. Hi. Have you read the Bible? Can I read it with you right now?
I want to talk to you about being saved. Can I talk to you about can I talk to you about my Savior Jesus?
And they're all, I think I'm saving Jesus right now.
While you're down there, you want to pray?
You know, you're already on your knees. Why don't we say a little Lord's Prayer? Okay, my God, we have gone down the 80s, early 90s pride path. Woo! I remember when I lived in San Francisco, there was this very negative behavior that people did. A lot of people in my social group. It would be the pity pride activity. They would choose like one person that they would never usually be like interested in, and they give them the pity pride action.
I never heard of that.
And then they report it back to the group, and we all giggle and laugh about how bad they were.
You were Mean Girl.
I was with Mean Girls. I played this ain't fake. I was a Mean Girl. Yeah, exactly. Right. I'm just saying. the pity pride.
Now, but okay, so there were a couple people that I went out with that I was like, okay, let's do it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Of course, ever, yeah.
But have you ever, now that we're talking about it, I'm like, have you ever thought about like, were you ever?
Yes, was it me sometimes? And they went back to their friend group and talked and laughed about it at late brunch the next morning.
Yes.
Next afternoon. We didn't get up in the morning.
The times when you want to go back and say, it was cold. It was really cold.
And I wasn't going to stay out in the cold.
The water was cold. What is it, Seinfeld? Where George gets out of the pool. I've never seen that episode.
And he says it's super cold.
It's cold. The towel off, and a girl walks in and she's like, and he's like, it was cold. The water was cold. So anyway, yes, folks, welcome to the show.
I know it is Gay Pride Month, so we're talking about some of their old memories from Gay Prides in the past. Like I used to go, it was funny that Jim texted me and said, oh my God, we got to go to the San Francisco Pride. And I'm like, I don't, well, one, I made a lot more money in the old days, so I could afford to go anywhere I wanted when I wanted and stay. And I had all these points from hotels because my work had me traveling. So we just used the points to stay at the W, all these really fabulous places that are right on the parade route. We had so much fun, and Jim was right. Like, but I kind of feel like now we've all changed so much and gotten married and divorced and married and involved and sober and not sober. Everyone's changed so much. I don't know if we'd have fun anymore. Because I know I love Jim. I can hang out with Jim because I haven't hung out with Jim in forever. So it would be fun to take a trip with Jim. But, now he's married to Will. It's like there's a whole lot of different people involved now in everyone's lives. And Daniel never went with me, Jim and I, when we were going with our friend group there. My friend Vanessa used to join us. But otherwise, I don't even know if we could get the whole group together. And unfortunately, not all of us are still here either.
Well, I think I told you about my first time going to Pride in San Francisco. This is with my ex-boyfriend. I've been to Pride in Dallas. I've been to Pride in Houston. Like I was used to Pride. I've been in the parades. But the first time we went to San Francisco, he picked me up at the airport and we go straight to Pride. and we're walking. I don't know the name of the places in San Francisco. But we're
And you guys
walking.
drove into the city,
Yeah,
or did you take BART?
I don't remember. This is like 20 years ago.
Yeah, BART's been around longer than 20 years.
Actually, that's 16 years ago. I don't know. No, we drove. We drove into town.
Wow. Yeah, that's a tourist thing.
Well, because he picked. May I finish my story? He picked me up at the airport, so I had all my luggage. I wasn't going to go. I wasn't going to get on the train with my luggage. And but we had picked up a couple of people to go with us, and so we're walking through this plaza space, and we're walking this way, and there's a guy in combat boots, a leather strap, and a bow tie.
No, it's there.
That's it. And I looked over and I was like, and
Welcome to San Francisco.
Bob goes, close your mouth.
Yeah, that is gay pride in San Francisco. I don't know why San Francisco has a corner on nudism. So many people just go out naked, not a stitch of clothing on Pride Sunday.
Anyway, so there you go.
And then you have the Folsom Fair, which happens right before Pride. And Folsom Fair is basically a legal outdoor sex party. It is incredible. But it's like the kinky stuff, like leather and crosses that you get strapped into, and little light whipping, and what are they? I don't know what S&M and all that crazy stuff. So that is what Folsom Street Fair is. Again, like San Francisco does crazy stuff. Really fun, but crazy.
Nancy, who is on here, we were just talking on Monday, I think, or Tuesday, and she's never been to a Pride parade, so
yeah,
we might get my sister to come out for next year's Pride, for LA Pride.
Oh, wonderful, yeah. And who was I? I was reading about someone going to West Hollywood Pride. Oh, it was Jackson and Jackson and Jackson. They went, and I guess they went to a party, and Jackson was getting some like mean girl side eye from some of those little Twinkie individuals.
The younger
twinks. For anyone who may not know, twinks are the young gays who are like, I have no body hair yet, and they think they're very special and very cute, even when they're not. And typically they're ugly, so ugly inside it does make its way out as they get older, thankfully. So there's a balance in the universe. But they are very, when you go to these events, people are gay. That's where you see the ugliest side of the gay community. Because you see, one, they're all on something. They're never sober. And two, they're all so judgy. It's like if you don't have a body type that they think should be shirtless in hot pants dancing around, you get that side eye, and they make sure you notice it. It's not like they're trying to be subtle. It's like they're just obvious, and they point and they just get all mean. And I told him, if you're all going to get malignant, then keep it to yourselves. And I told him, you're beautiful, you're muscular, you're hairy. The fact they're giving you side eye is they're probably more jealous. They probably want a daddy, and they can't have you because you're married to your daddy.
I admit, there was a certain time when I lived in Dallas where I was very judgy, and but I worked in that environment.
Yeah.
I worked for an attorney right near Cedar Springs.
What does that mean?
For anybody, Cedar Springs is the gay area in Dallas.
Oh, okay. So your lawyer was gay.
Yeah, we worked down the street from where all the bars were, and so for happy hour, we just walked over for happy hour from the office. But we sat we went to JR's. JR's was the bougie bar in Dallas, so we would go to JR's and sit at the bar and drink martinis. That's when I used to drink martinis.
Ooh, very sophisticated lady.
3 olives, please.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was pretty judgy. I mean, I wasn't all that when I was younger, but I was very judgy. And
I bet. Because you're young. It's a product of being youthful and young.
I'll admit this. It wasn't until I started getting more into country music when I was about 22, 23, that I started like dressing more the way that I wanted, my boots and jeans and t-shirt.
Mhm.
That's when I actually started like changing the way I looked at things.
Okay.
But anyway, so that was that.
That's interesting because I used to it was a lot. It was just a lot. I had to learn pretty hard and pretty quick how to pretend to be self-confident and not give a darn what any of these people who were giving me side eye at the circuit parties were doing. And then one time, we were all drinking and drugging and everything, so my inhibitions weren't there. And this one guy just started giving me verbal stuff, and I just went back and I gave him a right hook to the jawline and knocked his booty to the floor. And he, I was like, and what's funny is no one even reacted on the dance floor. Everyone was so in their own worlds. They're just like pulsating and dancing to the music. And no one even cared that I just knocked this guy out on the floor. But I'm like, look at me. Hello, would you choose, if I were in a crowd, would you choose the one who's a head taller than everyone else and have twice their width? Not just fat, but I am not just fat. I'm strong. I'm very strong.
I used to get away with stuff because I was smart alecky.
Yeah, and I'm like, I couldn't believe that he would choose me to express. Like, he said some nasty stuff to me. It was very unkind, but I wasn't in my right mind. Like, none of us are in our right mind. So maybe you shouldn't and don't poke the bear when they're not tied down and they're not in their right mind. Yep. So that's what happened. I remember I was wearing my Speed Racer pants. I just lost enough weight to fit into these cute pants from this cute store right outside Castro Street. And I was like, ooh, Speed Racer, I'm so hot. I'm so cool. And
Speaking of pride and gay stuff, Christian's TikTok for today. Are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even set it up, so let me set it up.
Well, I'm watching. Emery said, his old days when he's in DC in the 80s and back when dance clubs all allowed to swing the schlong nude. OMG. How did I miss those parties? I went to some circuit parties in DC. I can't believe I missed that. And then Emery also said,
you probably bumped into each other.
Yeah, you never would know. I love this one, guys. It's part of our Gay Pride Month TikTok installment.
Where the are we? Why are there new Ubers? It's so hot. It's so pretty. It's a field. Can you get off Grindr?
Can you give me a pen?
Shut up.
Do
you want to go to Tommy Bahama?
Tommy what?
Look how pretty those trees are.
There's literally no gay bars. Saddles. Oh no.
Oh.
Worst store.
Ready? You want to do that?
No.
Oh my God, look.
Ugh. Why are these so long? Can you give me a smaller size? Does my ass look good? Does my ass look good? Give me deodorant.
No, do you need some?
No, you need some. Does my ass look good?
Oh, what'd you buy from the store? Seriously.
Should I caption it small town but a big ass? Hashtag gay, hashtag country, hashtag guntree.
Who's that?
A guy from Grindr. I need you to leave.
What?
Get out!
That's the modern day sock on the door. You get the knock on the door. It's like, the old days you'd be like, oh, I met someone and they're on their way, or you put a sock on the door and something, or a tie around the door. Now it's like, oh, that's my Grindr hookup. Get out. you need to go explore the small store. I just love how he just disdained everything about.
I remember being that annoying.
I do too.
I was that annoying. So
I am.
Are you ready?
Oh yeah, sure. My pick this week for my picture of the week is Valerian. It's a sci-fi movie. Really didn't do well in the theaters. You're never going to see a sequel to it, as far as I can tell. But it's kind of about the future of mankind. We build this huge kind of like station, and it gets so big, its gravity is affecting Earth. So they have to kind of like kick it out and send it out into the universe. And it ends up attracting all these different aliens to it, along with humans. All these environments get set up, and and the military had some battle over a planet, and they decimated the race that lived there. And the few that escaped are trying to rebuild their world. And they need this one thing to do it. And it's kind of like a movie about racism, egocentrism. Themes are so appropriate to today's world and stuff we're dealing with. And it's just a really entertaining show. And I'll tell you, it's good for one watch at least. But if you're not a sci-fi fan, it's going to be a little rough to watch. But it's very interesting. And the graphics and all the effects are really top notch.
Cool. My pick of the week is The Muppets Mayhem, and it's on Disney Plus. If you were a fan of the Muppet Show, the first one, not the reboot, that was kind of rough. But if you're a fan of the Muppet Show, then you remember the band, the Mayhems. And this is a show about their career and their life and what happened to them, where they came from, and where they are now. And it's very typical Muppets, where there's an interaction between Muppets and humans. So it's really funny. But just if you were a fan of the Mayhem, and you like their oddities and weirdness, and they're always not completely there, then you're going to like the show. It's really easy to follow. It's family friendly. So if you have kids, they can watch with you. But for those of us that grew up watching the Muppet Show, this will bring back some memories and you'll enjoy it. It's on Disney Plus. Check it out now. You can stream the whole thing and binge it. It's cute.
Oh, and Valerian is on Prime Video, Amazon Prime Video. Hi, Laura.
Hi,
Welcome,
comadre.
Laura.
We'll see you soon, comadre. Nancy was laughing.
I know. And then that Scottish guy, what was Charlie? Who was that Scottish guy? Is it the announcer guy?
Oh, the guy from the dad jokes. I have not been able to hear him, but I will. I will send him a message, because sometimes TikTok is weird. Sometimes you can't send people messages. Sometimes, what?
What?
Did you shave his
Why
hair?
is he bald?
You probably shaved his hair.
Why? Unless there were lice. Why? What happened?
I know. We're gonna see them in a couple of weeks, so we'll get the
I
story.
can't believe he's bald. Probably still adorable as a little bald boy. He looks like a little adorable bald man. Old man. Okay. Oh. Yeah. It's easier to just shave and use the shampoo and go from there. They're young, their hair will grow back, and they're not vain yet.
Look how gorgeous.
I know. Like Daniel's what, generation 3 or 4?
3, my third batch of hair. What's up?
It's 3rd generation hair. He looks like my brother. Oh, that's pretty funny. Interesting.
Wait, what?
Nicole, I think she's talking about her brother who passed.
Unless compadre is the one writing.
Oh, unless it's Jesse.
Yeah. Some other things I want to remind you of. Grumpy Bunny is still for sale, $25.
Oh, that's what I thought.
Signed and delivered. Make sure you check out our website, littlemexicanproductions.com/Grumpy Bunny, and you get those signed. Also, if you're looking for a transpersonal coach, this logo is about to change. We just worked on the new logo. We had some issues with trademarking, but I really like the new name.
I do too.
So we're not going to sign it. We're not going to show it yet until our attorney approves it. But yeah, it looks pretty cool. And we have the phone number on there. So our friend Richard Wayne Kilgo II, who's my co-host on Zodiacs on Fridays, you can either contact him through his Instagram account.
Oh, look.
Or you can find him at Awakenings. There's the address and the phone number. He does in-person and phone readings. He does a lot of astrology and tarot. So make sure you check him out. And hold on a second.
And hello, Jackson. Welcome. Thank you for taking a few minutes to say.
Oh,
hey.
okay.
So it was about Nicholas.
Yeah.
And I just want to say I was actually talking about your situation that you shared on Facebook. And if anyone can see his picture, he is like this muscle brown, amazing guy. And he's the sweetest man on this planet and one of the smartest.
He's okay.
And we were talking about you, and I was talking about the side-eye thing, and I'm talking about how I reacted to that when I was younger. And it was pretty funny. But yeah, I know, Emery. It saddens me that you're in this really hardcore state.
Is it too colorful for? Is it too colorful for?
Yeah, apparently. But we love you, Jackson. Just saying that. And Laura, yeah, that's what I kind of thought you meant.
Only bear events.
Yeah, it's the important thing is just remember it's not about you. Everyone, I mean, and it sounds simplistic, but it's so true. It's not about you, honey. You is amazing. You is good. I can't remember the term from.
You're smart.
You is smart. You is impotent, and you're smart. You're important, and you're pretty or something like that. But you're handsome, and your husband is just as awesome. You guys, I'm so glad you guys went. You need to experience it sometimes too. You was smart. You was kind. You was impotent.
Yes, thank you.
There you go. That's a quote from The Help.
They're asking you why Mean Girls.
Because I am a mean girl. You just didn't know me back then. No, it's like such a gay iconic movie. It's for gay pride. That's why I did it.
Your favorite? Yeah, we should have. We should be working on a list of films that we need to show our godson when he's old enough to understand.
Just so he knows, not for any other reason. Well, yeah, you know what? Pushing yourself out of your shell is a wonderful thing. And you get to experience some crazy stuff, which is fun. When Daniel and I have gone out of our norm, like way out of norm, we have discovered and had some of the best times that we've ever had.
Oh, totally. Mean Girls, yes.
Spirit
Animals. Yeah, totally.
I know, right?
He's up Philadelphia.
Oh, that is. Ooh.
I appreciate the support. Is that really what we like? Those two are the only non-children movies. Okay, got you.
Ooh, yeah, Philadelphia is super. Ooh, that's a heavy movie. I suddenly feel the weight on my shoulder. Plus, I love that I just fit into Lindsay Lohan's spot perfectly with my mean girlfriends.
And here's our flag, so it's Happy Pride Month, and
the only thing it's missing is our trans brothers and sisters.
Yes, this is the old flag. I need to bring up the new flag.
We need to update to our new flag. Oh, Philadelphia is a fantastic film, but it's so heavy. Such a hard time in the world when HIV and AIDS were brand new. But it's not that. When you really look at it, it's not that different than COVID-19, when it was new and we didn't know what was going on, it was just as deadly, if not a little more. So, it just wasn't affecting just one community, primarily in the beginning, which is fortunate. But yeah, it's amazing. Oh yeah, he is one of the most. What do we say? I want to say diverse, but he is one of the most capable actors because he could do any role. He's done everything from action to sci-fi to heavy drama. It's incredible. Yeah, if you haven't seen Philadelphia, folks, find it. It's streaming somewhere or it's on some service. You need to see it. It's an amazing film to watch, particularly during Gay Pride Month. Toy Story. Well, he does that too.
Toy Story, obviously.
Oh boy!
I was trying to download the.
There you go on Tubi for free.
The flag before we.
Oh, okay.
But I can't get it, so.
But yeah, it's really tough, Yeah, I'm gonna have these girls up this week. I'm gonna have to figure out a new picture for next time, And I just love it because there was a time in my life when I was one of the mean girls, and I ran with this mean girl gang, and we were mean. I did before I kind of got my head on straight, got into recovery and everything. I did a lot of unpleasant things to a lot of different people. So I'm blessed to not be that person today. So I can, because I love myself enough to not be that person.
I was always surrounded by a clique of peeps, which at the time I thought
Yes.
was cool. But when older, had many people come up and tell me they wanted to meet me, but was too shy because I was always, I was one of those people. I was one of those people. I hung out with some people that like were not. And by the way, that's the new flag.
Well, also, we don't realize how scary our social group is because we're in our social group. We're in the group. And I remember I had so many people tell me, like, I always wanted to approach you and say hi to Emery, and the same experience, like, they're all, but I was terrified of your peer group. I was terrified of your clique because you guys were mean. Like, those guys were mean. And a lot of them, honestly, were really, like I said, it's when we were young. So a lot of people were just really pretty and untouched at that. Well,
like I mentioned earlier, my thing was to always be sarcastic and say sarcastic things. And it would push people away because they thought I was mean. But I wasn't mean. I was just bitchy.
You're just mean.
In a funny way.
Oh, yes. It's so funny to be mean.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
like they say, it's now in the mirror. You can't see your own image.
David. Are you guys still producing the movie review show? I don't think I've come. No,
it kind of died by the wayside. The formatting wasn't right. We're trying to figure out a new format for it. Something would be more intriguing because a lot of people just were like, "No, we're not interested."
We didn't have luck getting co-hosts, so
yeah, the format isn't quite right. We're gonna figure it out because we don't want to just do plain old reviews because everyone does plain old reviews. So we don't want to do gay reviews because everyone does gay reviews. I mean,
but you never know; it might come back.
Yeah, we're trying to figure it out. But thanks for asking, David. I love that you care enough to remember.
We might. I mean, the one thing that I do want to talk about when it comes out is RuPaul's Drag Race Mexico, because I am ready for that.
That's coming at the end of the month, right?
Oh,
what's today? The 14th. Oh, I think is it today? Is it today?
Is it today? Es hoy?
If it is today.
RuPaul Mexico. When does it come out? When? But cuando? Cuando? I know I had the date. June 22nd. It's coming out in a couple of weeks.
Folks, tomorrow is the premiere of season 2 of Star Trek New Worlds.
Is that what you were looking for? And here I am looking for RuPaul's Drag Mexico. Things that matter.
Star Trek New Worlds premieres its 2nd season tomorrow evening. I am in heaven. I've been missing having a good sci-fi show to watch. So, yay, it's back. So, yeah, tomorrow, June 15th. Yay, we get to go back.
Yes. So, RuPaul Drag Race Mexico.
Mexico.
Comes out on the 22nd. So
yeah, right at the end of the month. Okay.
We'll be reviewing.
That's going to be so much fun. It's like they were waiting to do Mexico, so all these other countries, all these other places can like kind of teach them this is what RuPaul's Drag Race is really like. So get ready, Mexico.
If the show if the teaser is any indication of the production value that the show is going to have,
it's going to be probably the closest to the American production values.
Because there's a Mexican drag queen on Queen of the World, and which we both really enjoy.
So good, and I'm not watching it. I'm waiting for you, dear.
So I'll be there Friday. We'll watch it before I leave. And then we're watching RuPaul's Drag Show, the regular season. Man, there's a lot of drag going on right now.
There's a lot of RuPaul going on right now. Yeah, and then we also have a subscription to his WoW or his own streaming service, which actually doesn't have a lot of rights to the biggest shows. But anyway, but that's where we could find España. Oh my God, there's countries I didn't even know had a drag race. France, I didn't know there's a drag race France. They're in season 2. There's drag race Belgium.
We did watch the show.
I enjoyed that show so much. And I was so disappointed that it didn't get renewed. I don't know how it didn't get renewed. It's RuPaul. And how cool that you sent Ru a letter and you got an actual response. I love it.
I would have, in fact, I just saw something where they were talking about why there wasn't a second season of AJ and the Queen. There's still a possibility. There's still
the important thing is to remember, Ru didn't have his own production company when that came out. When that was shot and everything, he didn't have it because he would have put it through World of Wonder. So there is a possibility that if he wants to try to revive it, he could. But that little girl is going to be pretty old right now. She's not going to be a little girl.
I'll use somebody else, but who knows? Who knows?
You never know. There's a lot, there's even talks about Star Trek Picard, which closed out in its 3rd season. It's overdone. They're talking there might even be a possibility of doing a 4th season. And there's going to be at least 2 to 3, what do they call it, Daniel? When a show's based on another character from the show? Well, there's going to be possibly 3 Star Treks coming out of Star Trek Picard.
Yeah. Not a sequel.
Not a sequel, but yeah, the characters, they're going to continue the adventures of some of the characters from that show because they've had such a strong response.
All right. Well, folks.
Anyway, I'm a total Trekkie in case you haven't noticed, guys. So I'm a mean girl and I'm a Trekkie. Don't talk smack.
Well, now it's time to say goodbye.
Oh, so long, farewell. I'll be there saying goodbye.
Okay, don't sing more because then we have to pay royalties.
I know.
Yes, don't sing more. Anyway, folks, we'll see you guys next week. Remember, we've got horoscopes on Monday. Check those out on YouTube. Christian and Daniel, 6 p.m. Pacific on Wednesdays. We've got Zodiac, 6 p.m. Pacific on Fridays, and put it together live stream on Saturdays. I'm not going to have a show this Saturday, but Tony Robinson, who was the person of the year for Plus Magazine, who was on Good Morning America and now has his own show on GLAAD, will be episode 401 on Put It Together live stream. Not this Saturday, next Saturday. So look for that information. And I recently met Javier Munoz, who was on Hamilton. I met him at the gala for Radiant Health Center.
He was in Hamilton.
Yeah. What did I say?
On Hamilton, as if it was a TV show.
In
Hamilton.
Okay, you know what I meant. So I met him at the gala, and I did a reading for him, and he was so thrilled that I was spot on. That he said, yes, I will be on your live stream. So very, very possible that Javier Munoz from Hamilton will be on the show. So we're excited about that. So anyway, thank you everybody for watching. Have a great week, rest of the week, and we'll see you next Wednesday. Bye.
I'll see you next time. Bye.